Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube. Hello, Papa.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
All right, boss.
Well, a lot of things have been going on here in Pikeville and Bledsoe County. Got a lot. Radio listeners, be sure to pay attention to some of the events that are going on this weekend. We talked about this murder case several months ago, I believe, when we were filming at the bed and breakfast. It had just happened, so and people have been asking us about this at the radio station. So we'll tell you, there were 3 indictments. This is on the Thomas Rogers murder case. There were 3 indictments given out this week, and they were against Nikayla Sullivan, which for so long it's just been her name that they've been saying. So they finally got the other 2 indictments, and they're against Marcelino H. Leal and Kevin Lee Bundy. So those are the 3 indictments, 3 people being charged with first-degree murder and several other charges. So we'll keep you updated on that case as more updates come in, but that's a big update for it right there. And we need to recognize that longtime educator and principal at Rigsby Elementary School, Carl Brown. He passed away this week. I think he had been sick and had a stroke, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that though, folks, but I believe that's what it was. That's what I was told, but he did pass away this week, so that's a big story too, because he had been out in Rigsby for a long time, and it said he had spent 36 years of his life educating students, and 32 of those years were spent at Bledsoe County Schools. So
he's one of the 2
thoughts and prayers.
He's one of the 2 men in the educational system in Bledsoe County that always wears a tie.
Yes.
Steve Perry is the other one. Yeah,
they mentioned something about the ties in the Bledsonian. All the students wore paper ties to honor him. So that's pretty cool that they've done that for him.
Steve will wear whatever shirt he wants to wear, and he'll stick a tie on it.
Steve Perry does.
Yeah.
And of course, we're getting ready here in Pikeville. It's that time of year for the world's longest yard sale. The 127 yard sale is coming up in a week or so, and be a lot of tourists on the roads those days. They're really already setting up. It officially starts, I think, like August, the first week of August or the first weekend of August.
Doesn't it start on Thursday?
Usually starts on a Thursday, yes. It sure does.
I think it would be.
Maybe it'll have the date. Yeah, it's set for August 2nd through the 5th, but we all know they set up, it's getting where they set up a week earlier than that now.
Well, they're already set up.
Yeah.
You can go buy stuff right now.
See?
if you got the money. You got the money.
Yeah, that might help. Yeah, that might help to have a little money. But you can try it and see how much you get out of it with no money.
Some people do operate with that money.
Yeah.
They steal.
Yeah, that's true. Well, radio listeners, Eddie Lee, who has been on this show before, last year when he done this concert, he filmed an episode with us, and he's doing the same concert again. It's an annual concert that he does every year at the Ross House, which is right across the street behind the courthouse and the farmers market. Well, he'll be at it again tomorrow, same time, same place, 6 o'clock p.m. on the back porch of the Ross House.
Bring your own sitting arrangement.
Yeah, be sure to bring a seat. And Bledsoe County's own Jackie Robertson will be singing harmony with Eddie Lee tomorrow.
He's good.
Yeah, very good. And And I got the next cruise-in date for you. August the 4th is the next Pikeville cruise-in. It'll start at 4 p.m. It's from 4 to 7 p.m. The cruise-in is. Vendors set up at 4 p.m. And then the concert that night, which starts at 7 p.m., is Bledsoe County's The Sullivan Band. They're from right here in Bledsoe County. And they'll have this event, rain or shine. That'll take place at the Main Street stage.
Main Street stage. Reckon they'll have the Patriot that night?
We need to write them a letter, Allie, about the Patriot. He's still upset about the Patriot 2 years later.
I'm going to see it one of these days. Show it at my funeral.
Listen at you. Anyway, we got a 9-mile bluegrass festival coming up at the Edmonds Music Barn. That's the weekend of August 10th and 11th. Avery Trace, Blue Water Road, Common Ground, Connection 27, Newgrass Express, High Lonesome, the Fredonia Bluegrass Band, and many others will be performing. It kicks off that Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday at 12 noon. This is the weekend of August 10th and 11th. If you got any questions, call Gary at 533-2720. The weekend admission is $5, and under 10, if you're under 10, you can get in for free, but you must be accompanied with an adult. So that's the 9-Mile Bluegrass Festival. Check it out. August 10th and 11th at the Edmonds Music Barn.
I wonder how many years they've been doing this.
That's a good question, because they've been doing it for a long time.
They don't tell you, but
no,
it's been a bunch.
We'll need to ask about that, because, and they're always a success too. They always do really well.
Well, you wouldn't keep on doing failures year after year,
No.
3 or 4 times a year.
No. And Second Chance Pet Group volunteers are still waiting on your calls, folks. Pikeville Dunlap scheduling procedures have changed. We now work with several vets. Please call to discuss your spay and neuter needs. We will continue assisting the community as we have done for the past 7 years. The number to call is 554-4442. Leave them your name, phone number, best time of day to return your call, and also make sure you tell them what service you need. And of course, we got to say this: prevent a litter, be part of the solution.
Fix your critter.
And don't forget about the new ice cream shop, folks. Ember's Ice Cream Shop. They're located, well, kind of in front of us, a little to the side.
That's what you call catty corner.
They are catty cornered, yeah, you're right. Ember's Ice Cream Shop. It's at the old fire department.
The old
because
Ford
new
Motor
one's down
Company.
there by you.
Old Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember it as that, but some people will.
Where I bought my first Ford.
But go check it out. Cliff and Gail
Embers?
Fowler are the owners, and I was told they named that after one of their grandkids, because it didn't make sense to me either, but now it does.
Well, I thought what they wanted to do was include in their advertising, we've got a way to cool off the hot embers of summer.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it too. That's what I was thinking too. And they have Mayfield ice cream, 24 flavors. I always get Rocky Road. Their summer hours are Monday through Thursday, 12 noon to 7 p.m., Friday 12 to 8 p.m., Saturday 10 to 8 p.m., and Sunday 12 noon until 4 p.m. And their phone number is 447-3500, 447-3500. That's the phone number to Ember's Ice Cream Shop, a new business right here in downtown Pikeville.
I'll tell you a good way that you can gauge their success. If they start opening at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know they're doing well.
Yeah, very well.
Very well.
Because normally they're not going to want to do that at an ice cream shop. But their Rocky Road is really, really good. I recommend that to anybody, but I've got to try some other stuff in there too.
Turtle tracks.
Yeah, turtle tracks.
Not moose tracks.
Right, turtle tracks.
Turtle tracks.
I'll give it a try.
It's worth it. All right, you want me to do mine now?
Yeah.
We're going to have a benefit auction for Mr. Benny Songer. He died a few weeks ago. No,
he didn't. His house burned.
House burned. This is just going to be a benefit to help him out. They're wanting to buy him a trailer because he lost his home and everything.
Yeah, that'd be.
It's going to be
terrible.
Saturday. That's tomorrow. At the West End Church
radio
of God.
listeners, this one's for you guys.
And they're going to have it in their Family Life Center at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So come and help them out. It doesn't say what all. They're going to have food.
I'm not sure.
And they're going to sell a gun by chances.
Okay.
If you want to buy 100 chances, probably just about $1 a piece.
Yeah, probably.
Then you'd
so.
have 100 chances of getting that gun. But somebody,
that would be a bummer though to spend $100 and still not win it.
Well, somebody would buy one and
win. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
The fire department out at Fall Creek Falls is going to have a breakfast in the morning at 7 o'clock, and you may eat until 11. And it's at their fire department on 30 West. Their menu consists of biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, pancakes, hash brown potatoes, bacon, sausage, country ham, fried bologna, that's the best kind.
Yeah.
Fruit, orange juice, coffee, and milk. There is a tab attached, $7.
And remember, all that goes to the fire department.
Fire department for their expenses.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think any of that's to pay salaries of the people.
I don't think it is either.
Mom's got a night out, and it's going to be tonight.
Yeah, radio listeners, this is tonight.
And
they did this a couple of weeks ago as well.
It's going to be also at the West End Church of God. It starts at 5 o'clock this afternoon. That's not very far away. You better get printed right now. Go running by your gown real quick. 59 Norwood Road, that's behind the West End Church of God. Enroll your children in a fun-filled evening and take a much-needed break for yourself. Well, now, we could run a babysitting service here and we can handle that.
We can have us some money, couldn't we?
The kids will enjoy snacks and games and crafts and popcorn and a movie. There's your Patriot. They're going to have the movie outside. Okay, $30 per child, and discounts will be available for multiple children. So if you had 20 or 30 children, you might get in free. Sign up today. Call Danielle Connor, Angie or Sheila Lee. Those numbers are 463.
Just give one of the numbers.
8395. And they are going to begin a facility there for child care.
Yeah, I think they're thinking about doing that. So
Well,
that's good.
They're thinking about what they have got it down in black and white.
They do. Also coming soon, it says, folks.
Coming soon.
Child care facility. So we'll keep you updated on that as
I don't have
well.
any children anymore.
I think we need lights in here.
I know we do.
Dark, turn that one light on, or the camera light. There you go. Thank you, Allie.
We're in the spotlight.
That's better. That's
You look better. You look better.
Spotlight.
You don't look as darkish.
Couldn't see me, huh? It just makes it better all the way around. We can
Makes it
actually
better.
see. It's nice to be able to see. Well, let's do last week's trivia.
Let me tell you something. That little fellow we had here, one more smart cookie.
Bayless?
Bayless.
Yeah, he done real good.
You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go down to the school and find out what classes he has. And I'm going to go around to every classroom while he's in session. And I'm going to tell the teacher, ask that dude some hard questions. He can flat answer you.
He does a good job. He had a good time up there.
I was proud of him. I really was.
We'll have to bring him back.
Okay, what we asked last time?
Yeah. And this would have been last week with Missy and her family.
Yeah, we did.
That was
They answered some
they did
questions.
good on it too. Yeah.
In fact, she answered this first one. A structure built in advance that you put together is called what kind of a home?
Future home.
A future home.
Lifeline. You
Prefabricated.
prefab. Fabricated home.
See, people used to buy those. They sent them to you on a truck loaded down. Every part had to be put in place, just exactly right, because it was put together.
Okay.
And you just put it all together, and you had your home.
Well, that's
And in
pretty neat
Florida, when you get your home built, they have your grass already growing. Put down sod. They get it out of farms up here in Tennessee, probably about 1.5 inches thick, big old slabs, and you got an instant lawn down in Florida.
Well,
You didn't know that, did you?
didn't know that. Learned something new.
All right, question 2. In sports, if it is a surprise win, upset. You did get that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember us getting that one.
Number 3, in the comic strips, Olive Oil's man is
Popeye.
and you know, and Missy knew that.
Yeah.
Okay, when you
Well, that was not that hard. Popeye the Sailor Man.
I know, but that was when I was a kid, Billy.
Yeah, well, I think they must have showed reruns of it though, because I remember it when I was a kid too.
Well, you know what I don't understand? I work crossword puzzles every day. One of the most common usages is alley-oop. And the kingdom where he lived, alley-oop was a caveman, had big old legs.
I didn't know he was an actual person.
Well, I mean, it was a comic strip. But what I'm saying is it's still, they use it so much, and I don't see alley-oop in the comic strips now.
No. Well, there's our first good blooper for the day.
I don't think it's a blooper. When you
I think it is.
When you put 2 oxen together to do a job, you have, what have you done to them?
Yoke.
You yoked them. You've yoked them.
Yoked them eggs.
Means
Just kidding.
to yoke means to join together.
Right.
Those 2 oxen are going to do a job for you.
Right.
All right. Next question. The morning sounder, but not the rooster, is what in your room?
Alarm.
The alarm clock. And when I retire, at whatever age I get to do that, I'm not going to turn my alarm clock on.
Exactly. What's the point?
Well, that's why I want to see how long I can sleep.
I guarantee you it won't be long.
I got too much to do. I want to work my crossword puzzles.
Right.
The morsel that pleases the aardvark is
Anteater or ants?
the ant.
Aardvark is an anteater, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what they like to eat. They take that big long tongue and
Yeah.
back in those ant hills.
Yeah, they call them anteaters too. They're weird looking critters, aren't they?
I can't even spell aardvark. I can spell anteater like it.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
When you faint with pleasure, what have you done?
Swoon.
Swoon. First time I saw
I don't
Carolyn.
get that one.
Swoon. You
faint.
You pass out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You just melt.
Okay.
Pleasure.
In a good way.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
I said with pleasure, not pain.
Right.
Okay. If you find yourself on Big Bird's Street,
Sesame Street.
It's Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Your tummy
classic.
your tummy muscles are called your
Ribs.
Intestines.
abs.
Wow.
The last one. The other half of Dr. Jekyll is Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde. All right, that's last week's trivia.
All right, after the break, we'll be back with this week's trivia. Let's see what he's got in store for us today. Also, some sports of all sorts. All that's coming up here on the Albert.
I'll take care of less today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The out freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Dana Thompson and her family just finished construction on their second new home with River Valley Ag Credit. Side by side, we ensured they got a quality, lasting home. You see, Dana and Brady have 2 daughters who rely on them.
And we rely on River Valley Ag Credit.
Rely on River Valley Ag Credit, serving Western Kentucky and Tennessee farmers for decades.
Lending support for generations. River Valley Ag Credits.
This is Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative's 804 square mile service area, which covers all of Bledsoe and Sequatchie counties and portions of Van Buren, Cumberland, and Hamilton counties. The dots on the map are our 146 central office locations connected via fiber optics, which is the foundation of our existing network. Our network currently allows all members to choose broadband internet services with unlimited data usage and download speeds up to 10 megabits, leaving none of our members considered unserved with broadband services, as it is currently defined as not having services available that allow 4 megabits per second download and 1 megabit per second upload. The highlighted areas of the map represent completed fiber-ready projects. From the Fiber Foundation, we are currently building what is known as the Last Mile, Fiber to the Home, which connects every member with an individual fiber connection, allowing them to choose the broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds up to 1 gigabit per second for their home or business. In 2008, Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative began designing and building all new service areas as Fiber to the Home. A hybrid network design proved to be the most cost-efficient for the last phases of the network foundation in the most sparsely populated areas. Connecting our most remote members with an individual fiber connection during this phase of the network upgrade is why some of our most rural areas became fiber-ready before our towns, which is shown with these highlighted areas. Other fiber-to-the-home areas highlighted here have been built to meet business needs for our customers who signed up for broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds of 100 megabit and 1 gigabit per second to conduct business from their homes. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative is here to serve the members. Our current projects in Pikeville and Dunlap have the distribution fiber already in place in all of Pikeville and a large portion of Dunlap, setting for timely installs as members in these areas sign up for faster broadband packages now. Our most ambitious fiber-to-the-home project, outlined in orange, is currently underway in Dunlap, a complete cutover which connects every customer on an individual fiber connection as the distribution fiber is being placed. Better broadband and video services can then be added, often with just a call to the office. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, building the best network in the world, right here in the Sequatchie Valley.
All right, welcome back to Albert and Billy's show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. And Papa's going to list off some sponsors this week.
You left off YouTube.
And YouTube, of course. Can't forget that.
Sponsors, we're very proud of these people. The businesses and individuals. Have you
By the way, I'll give them some props. I'm eating Rocky Road on TV for them. But I appreciate it, guys.
They don't even have to
That's
be
a good gig for me.
They don't have to be a sponsor.
No.
But our sponsors include Citizens Tri-County Bank, not more than a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Posh Brewing Company would be south of here on Main Street on the right.
Posh Beauty Company, yeah.
Posh Beauty Company.
It sounded like you said Broody Company.
Beauty. I think they'd have to do something for my hair. Scotty's of Pikeville, just a bit to the north here, about a block. And
Home of the Scotty Burger, as you say.
there's only one place in the world that you can buy Scotty Burger.
That's right.
There
That's
are
right.
imitations.
Yeah, Crystal just tries to.
Well, I couldn't remember the name. And then there is Subway out on the bypass. And they're
We always like to say they have breakfast
They
now.
have breakfast at 7 o'clock. To the north of us, about half a block, we have Bilber's Insurance. They
On
will
Spring
insure
Street.
you or anything you've got. Just go in there and say, take care of me, and they'll take care
That's
of you.
right. And say hi to Sadie,
Well, you better, because Sadie will bite
their
you.
little dog.
Well, might not bite you, but she'd bark at you. The Loom, right here on Cumberland Avenue, just right next door to us, Judy.
All the alterations.
Boy, she, you know, the only reason she's still in business is all the business I've given her. Emma Boynton over in the courthouse, she's running again. Lisa Wheeler, she's over in the courthouse also. Michael Walker's in the court, he's running again.
Yeah, he was a guest on here not long ago.
Janice Sapp is up
She
for
took
election.
over for Carolyn, yes.
And so we have several people from the courthouse. And we appreciate all those fine people. And it's Lola's is about a block away. Just about a block to the south of us. And
Right next to the Starling Cafe.
are right next to the Church of Christ.
Yeah, in between, you're right.
If you want to go back a little bit further in time, that's where the Chevrolet garage was.
Okay.
And then we are sponsored by the Highway Department, of
Yeah.
which
Marvin Smith,
Marvin
Highway
Smith
Department.
works there. I think
Oh,
he's the
heck.
head honcho there.
I think you might be right.
We have also on our itinerary as one of our sponsors, Cowboy Church. They only meet once a month, right? Or twice? Once.
We once. It's on
So on Saturday,
Ray Hickson Road or Roy
Ray Hickson.
Hickson Road, yeah.
down East Valley Road. Then if you are in the mood for Chinese food tonight, try the Hungry Dragon right here in Pikeville,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Some
And
good
then-
Chinese food.
We do have another individual that we'd like to mention that is on board as one of our sponsors right now. His name is Mr. Tobe Smith. He's running for the
Road
position
supervisor.
of road supervisor or road superintendent.
Yeah, road superintendent.
Then we have the Farm Bureau back on board as one of our sponsors. We're
Go
glad to see
Matt
them back.
Massengale, yeah.
Glad to see
For all
them.
your insurance needs. And now it's time for
This
this
week's,
week's trivia.
boy, let me tell you, these are really humdingers.
I hope not.
They are, well, I mean, you should answer every one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, if not, I'll have our producer Google it.
The first one, the college in Ames.
Iowa State.
That was a simple clue, but you hopped right on it.
I did.
If I'd said Ames, Iowa, that would have been too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Second question, a very infamous hot fiddler.
Lifeline.
Very infamous hot fiddler.
Fiddler on the roof.
He was fiddling while it was hot.
His fiddling while it was hot. Dang it.
Next question. There's the only one. I said infamous, not famous, but infamous for fiddling while it was hot.
Oh, man.
Can't make it any simpler than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you give me that answer when we're
Third
off there.
question. How the detective looked for fingerprints.
Dustin.
He dusted. That's how he looks for fingerprints. I don't know how come he'd write that down. Next question.
I'm enjoying my rocky road.
You're not paying any attention.
I am, yeah.
In 3 letters, tell me how you describe using an axe on wood.
You chop it.
Chop is 4.
Cut wood.
Cut is 3.
You said 3 letters, so I got it.
Cut is, that's true.
So what
that
were you
would-
gonna say?
I wanted you to say Hugh.
Shoot. You knew that I was not gonna say you. That you knew.
You're on a roll. But you hew wood. Or you chop kindling wood. But if you're using an axe, you're hewing wood.
Oh crap, well you just hewed your folder.
Hewed everything. I hewed everything.
You did, didn't you? I've never heard of hewing wood, but
That's what it's called. Whether you believe me or not.
I believe you.
I don't know if I got all this back together.
But cut is 3 letters too, so we'll
I'll
let that. We'll accept
I'll have to
that.
stand corrected. All right. A type of second, a quick second, is called a
Millisecond.
millisecond. I've always heard it nanosecond.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
But millisecond, I thought about that.
Yeah.
All right. It's kin to a scallion. What do you call it?
Lifeline. Mustang.
Nope.
Did you say stallion or scallion?
Scallion.
Oh,
Scallion.
scallion. What's a scallion again? That might help us answer it.
A scallion is in the onion family.
Okay, Vidalia.
It's not an onion,
Oh,
but it's
it's a scallion, whatever that is.
it's kin to the scallion.
Oh, but it's not an onion.
It's in the Bible. It's in the book of Genesis.
Dang it.
The children of Israel wanted to go back to Egypt for cucumbers and these.
Grapes.
Grapes.
No, I said it's kin to the onion.
Well, you said
I
grapes.
said kin to the scallion. Kin to the scallion. That's kin to the onion.
Well, I don't
All right,
know.
you don't know it. The archer has a goal when he releases the arrow. What is the goal?
Get the bullseye.
Bullseye. A baseball pitcher from some time ago, Nolan blank.
Rhyme.
Nolan Rhyme. Very good baseball pitcher. I didn't think that was too far in antiquity that you couldn't
Yeah.
remember Nolan Rhyme.
Right. So those are okay.
Okay, give me the first name of bass singer.
Kim.
I was going to give you another. Novak, you wouldn't remember Kim Novak. She was an actress too.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Don't think so.
sports of all sorts.
Yeah.
Golf.
We're starting with golf. That's weird.
In Scotland.
Usually end with golf.
In Scotland, this past weekend, there was the granddaddy of golf tournaments held,
What's it called? The Masters?
the British Open.
The British Open.
You've got the Masters here and you've got the U.S. Open here, but the British Open is 130 years old.
Oh, okay.
And
So
it
it's
was-
kind of like tennis. Wimbledon's the
Right,
granddaddy,
right.
they call it.
But anyway,
And that's in England.
the top purse for the number one winner, first place winner, was $1,890,000. You might as well say $2 million to win this tournament.
Yeah,
And
I wish I would won it.
the fellow that won it, I never heard of him before. Italy had never had a representative from their country to win, but this fellow,
Really?
his name was Francesco Molinari.
I have a feeling he wasn't picked to win this tournament.
No,
But don't you like to see stories like that sometimes?
he was paired on the last day to play with Tiger Woods.
Was he?
So all day long, he listened to enormous cheers every step he took,
Oh.
every ball he hit. But it wasn't for him, it's for Tiger Woods.
Still, it might have motivated him.
But for 4 days, Mr. Molinari never shot a bogey. He made par on every hole or a birdie for 4 straight days. On the last day, at 7 different intervals, there was a different name posted as the leader. Briefly, just briefly, Tiger Woods was atop the leaderboard on the last day in a major tournament.
He's making some progress then.
First time in
A long time.
many years. Due to all of his surgeries and all of his personal problems, he was not, I don't think people expected him to be back where he is. But at the end of the day, he slipped back down and he finished tied for 6th, 3 strokes behind. He had a 71, a 71, and a 66, and a 71.
Well, he's
But
still making progress, though.
Years ago,
good.
there was another famous golfer. His name was Arnold Palmer. And he had what followed him around the courses called an army. They called it Arnie's Army. But on this day, this charismatic, colorful Tiger Woods had the crowds. Enormous
He
crowds
still does.
following him.
Yeah.
And on Monday, the day afterwards, all day long on talk radio, the only thing you heard was the Scotland tournament that was held the last 4 days, but they didn't talk about the winner. They talked about the fella that finished tied for 6th.
Right. And that's disrespectful to the winner, I think.
Disrespectful to the winner, but what talk radio was talking about was a healthy Tiger Woods is healthy for golf.
Good for the game.
Good for the game.
That's true.
You're right. That's what I should have said, but I didn't say that. Okay.
First mistake you made today, right?
Have you ever heard that before?
A time or 10, yeah.
Okay. In football, Monday, high school football players were able to put their pads on, and we put our pads on as a football team for Mr. Chris Frady instead of Mr.
Thorell.
Dennis Thorell. Mr. Thorell evidently had gotten employment elsewhere. I don't really know for sure, but I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because
I'm assuming too. I
you
don't
had
know.
a conversation with him, and
I did. I
when
did.
in your conversation that you had with him, you assumed we were going to have a football team coached by him.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There was no indication of him leaving, so I don't know. I don't know what.
So football was
changed
on his
his
mind.
mind.
This season was on his mind,
Yeah.
but something
It
happened.
was the next day that I think he made the decision to leave, so I don't know.
We don't know. But
I don't
anyway, quickly we had to find a replacement with
Exactly.
pads starting Monday.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think Chris Frady has been an assistant for years.
Yeah, and he's going to be the interim coach, and he's put in a tough spot, but at least they're familiar with him.
Well, all he has to do to succeed is beat 4 wins. That's all we got last year.
That's true. That's true.
That sounds like what Tennessee did. Tennessee didn't just win 4 games?
Yep. And no games in conference.
No, well, okay. Okay, at Tennessee, the biggest, well, I'd say the dilemma we are in is who's going to be quarterback. You've got 4 players on the roster listed as quarterback.
It
And
should
you've
be,
got,
I can't never remember his name, but it should be the guy that played at Stanford. What's his last name?
Okay, you're talking about Keller Christ.
Him. I think it should be him.
Well, he's definitely in the mix. I think right now he's listed as number 2 behind Jarrett because of his experience from last year. But of course, the thing about
That's why.
Keller is he's had experience at Stanford.
Yeah.
But neither of the 2 quarterbacks have had experience under this coach.
Yeah.
We've got
But at least they've got some experience, though.
They've got experience at quarterback. Both of them has to learn this system.
You're right.
So one would be just as good as the other, I guess, from that perspective. The other 2, Will McBride and the other one, will probably be redshirted if it does go down to a 2-way race.
They're still young.
And it is a 2-way race. Okay.
I wonder when he's going to make a decision on that.
I think he's going to wait and let the cream rise to the top.
So what do you mean by that?
Whichever one shows the stuff.
He's going to make the decision last minute then.
Well, that's what I get. Okay. Baseball.
Dodgers and Braves are playing each other.
Are they?
Yeah, like you don't know.
When did they start?
Last night.
Last night? Did you get to see the game?
I did watch a little bit of it at your house with Eddie Albert. Very little bit of it.
Very little.
I come by there and the Dodgers were way ahead.
Well.
And I thought to myself, I'm going to have to hear about that tomorrow.
Well, all of that. The only thing I want to tell you is baseball. The Dodgers are 2.5 games atop the Diamondbacks.
Are they?
While the Braves are 2.5 games in back of the Phillies. That's all I wanted to tell you. 2.5 games, both of them. One's ahead by 2.5, and one's behind by 2.5.
Yeah, I still can't figure out why the Braves are so much better this year, though, than they were last year. We've not figured that out yet, have we?
Well, I said the cream.
They were horrible last year.
I said the cream will rise to the top. The Dodgers are on top, and the Braves are falling.
Yeah, exactly.
But now Eddie said for me to tell you that I think he used the word sweep.
They sweep them? Did they?
Well, we got 4 games. So that was the number 1. Our new acquisition.
Do you think they'll sweep them?
I said Eddie told me to tell you that.
No, I'm just asking you. Do you think they'll sweep them?
Be good. If you're a Brave fan, it won't be good.
No.
But our newest acquisition that we picked up from Baltimore, he hit a 3-run homer and put us ahead very quickly, 3-0.
Well, he got off to a dang good start then.
Let's see, what is his name? I can't remember his name. Manny Machado. Manny Machado.
What a name.
Okay. Now, in pro football, we still are not settled on this issue about the national anthem.
I am so tired of that.
I thought it was all settled. The players that chose not to participate in this recognition of the flag of the United States and the national anthem, what it all stands for.
I'll say it again. I'll give them a plug. Good ice cream at Ember's Ice Cream Shop. And I do appreciate you guys letting me do this. I enjoyed it. Get Rocky Road. Can't go wrong there.
How much they give you? $100?
But yeah, go ahead.
But what was I talking about?
No, we're on that same story for a 3rd year in a row now.
But they were the players and the owners came up with this idea. Let them stay in the locker room instead of coming out and making a fool of themselves and making us look bad. But the Dallas Cowboys owner,
Jerry Jones, the billionaire,
he said, not on my team. He said, you're not going to stay in the locker room, and if you choose not to stand for the singing of the national anthem and in recognizing the flag and what our men have done over the years,
that's right,
you'll be suspended for 4 games.
Well,
The president,
Good job, Jerry Jones.
President of the United States commended him for that. But not, he said, I'm not speaking for the other 31 owners.
Right, he's talking for himself.
31. I don't know how many football teams there are. It's 32 baseball teams.
Yeah, but it is very disrespectful what they're doing. I don't care.
Disrespectful.
Nobody cares what their opinion is on politics and things like that. They're paying you money to watch you play a sport. So keep your mouth shut. If you're that disrespectful to the flag and to the veterans, then you don't need to be playing anyway.
He said, my players will stand.
I like that. It's about time somebody took a stand against this.
You know, I might have that mixed up. It might have been the Dolphins that said they would suspend their players for 4 years. But anyway, he said, my players will stand. He wasn't going to let them stay.
Jerry Jones
Yeah,
did
he
say,
was not
okay.
going to let them stay in the locker room.
So maybe the Dolphins have said it too then.
I don't remember.
That's good if they have. I hope all of them start saying that.
I do too.
It's not right.
Well, I think one thing that got the players so upset was that the owners got together and made that decision themselves without including the players' union.
Okay.
And the players didn't like it. You played ball without me having any part of the rules you made, and they didn't like it.
Well, get over it. People are tired of hearing about that subject in general.
Yeah,
These are millionaires.
You're saying to me, don't bring it up again.
Well, no, but I'm tired of them doing it.
I'm
ready for some action to be taken against them.
I was proud of Jones.
Definitely, yeah.
But if you're a billionaire, I bet you could do that better than the average person.
True. But I'm glad he done it.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to take a stand. All right, well, coming up after the break, folks, it'll be good old Albertology. That's coming up next right here on the Albert and Billy Show.
Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Katie Burns, and I'm excited to talk with you today about how to live well.
Okay, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT and Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube.
My name is Brianna Scott, and I'm the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent for UT Extension in Bledsoe County.
Hello, I'm Allie Pursley here with Channel 18 Valley TV, and today we're here at the Sequatchie County Veterans Memorial Park to discuss with you about the history of Veterans Day.
It is also
the United States annually observes Veterans Day on November the 11th.
Have you ever gotten a phone call from a number that looks suspiciously like your own? It has your area code, the first 3 digits are the same as your own number, so you answer it.
Hi, this is Jessica. You've just won a free vacation to the Bahamas.
Don't worry, you're not the only one getting these calls. Tens of thousands of Americans report that they receive these every day from similar numbers. So what are they? They're a specific type of robocall. Typical robocalls are pre-recorded messages, usually for political campaigns, public announcements, and yes, telemarketing. Your run-of-the-mill robocall will be from a randomized number, but now, telemarketers are using a technique called neighbor spoofing. That's what makes the number look similar to yours. The idea is that, well, if the first few numbers look like your own phone number, you'll answer. You may think it's from a relative, an old friend from your hometown, your kid's school, or a neighbor. And robocalling is a lucrative business. Some pretend they're the IRS. Some pretend it's a down payment for a vacation giveaway. In fact, a robocall center uncovered in India in 2016 was found to be generating around $150,000 every day from American consumers. It's estimated that people received around 2.5 billion robocalls per month in 2016. So, are these robocalls illegal? Well, robocalls made by computerized autodialers, they're illegal. They call randomly inputted phone numbers at high speeds. But not all robocalls are illegal. Back in 1991, when telemarketing calls were becoming more prevalent, the Federal Communications Commission created the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. It's been amended many times with the evolving technology of phones, and currently it differentiates legal robocalls from illegal ones. Here's a list of rules that businesses that want to make robocalls need to follow. But the act still hasn't prevented illegal robocalls from happening. In an August 2017 press release, the Federal Trade Commission said that robocalls are its #1 complaint, with more than 1.9 million complaints made within the first 5 months of 2017. The FTC is sending all complaints and attached phone numbers to cell phone carriers and app developers to create better countermeasures. But what are some things you can do to stop robocalls? To start, keep your number to yourself. Don't offer your number if signups or registrations for business services don't require you to. Second, sign up for the National Do Not Call Registry. This registry, set up by the FTC in 2003, won't block all robocalls, but it will block a majority of them. And registration is free. Finally, if you end up getting a robocall, let it go to voicemail. The TCPA states legal robocalls must provide a toll-free callback number to opt out, which you can call immediately after. If the call doesn't leave a voicemail, it may be an illegal robocall, so file a complaint with the FTC on their website. And if you're still getting harassed by what looks like your own number, there are several apps that you can use to block calls, such as No Mo Robo or Calls Blacklist.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio, Channel 18 Valley TV, and YouTube. It's time for Albertology. What you got for us today, Papa?
Play ball.
Play ball.
Play ball.
So it's going to be about baseball.
Yeah. I cut an article out of the Sunday paper a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Abner Doubleday invented baseball in 1839.
Okay.
That's how long we've been playing.
Abner Doubleday. Abner Doubleday.
I had an uncle that called me Ab, and every once in a while they called me Abner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this week, all over the United States, somewhere, it may be in Alaska, it may be in Washington, it may be in the big leagues, but 2 million fans will be rooting for their home team in baseball.
Right. Well, it won't be in Alaska. They'll be rooting for a team, but it won't be a home team.
Well, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots play in Alaska. It's not in the big leagues. I said, wherever it is, there'll be somebody at college.
So they're at Anchorage, okay.
So,
yeah, college is, I guess, what's done started though, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And over with.
Over with. is
Just
football.
the pros right now.
Football. But here's some fun facts about America's pastime.
Okay.
Favorite pastime. We do other things, but by and large, don't you think baseball, well, with
No.
162 game season, that ought to captivate some fans.
Yeah, it's too long of a season, really.
I think you've got, well, really, then after you get through the regular season, you've got the playoffs, and then you got the World Series. It won't start till October.
I know, and I like going to baseball games. I used to like watching them on TV, but again, I don't like to watch them on TV no more. Not enough action.
Well, it is a slower game.
Yeah.
It's not like football.
Now, if they're hitting real good, it's exciting to watch, but, you know, them shutouts and a score of 1-0, that's not much fun to watch, really.
Well, there's more strikeouts and more home runs for some reason. I don't know. Well, I would say it's this. You don't have as many good hitters as you used to have. That's the reason you got more strikeouts. Then the reason you've got more home runs is the people that build the ballparks are building shorter fences.
Smart. Because that's, you know...
Makes the game a little more exciting.
Exactly. People want to see home runs,
But
so
that
that's very
good
smart.
pitcher wants to give up 1 run a game.
Right.
Because he's going to make more money.
Yeah.
But that guy that hits home run wants to hit 50.
Exactly. And so do the fans.
Okay, here's some of the weird things that you can eat at a ball game.
Weird things, okay.
In Arlington, Texas, at the ballpark, you can eat a 2-foot-long hot dog. They're called boomsticks. Only ballpark in America, but you can go to Arlington
and get a boomstick.
A boomstick.
A boomstick?
Boom.
Boom. Boom?
B-O-O-M.
Boom, that's what I thought. Boomstick, yeah.
In Pittsburgh, the Pirates, at their games, they sell a hamburger topped with French fries, topped with slaw, just on white bread.
Wow. That's interesting there.
In Chicago, the White Sox, their crowd gets to eat in the 7th inning Mexican-style corn cut off the cob, topped with chili powder, butter, and salt or mayonnaise.
Dang.
In Detroit, the Tigers fans get to eat egg rolls stuffed with apple pie filling.
What? Are these people crazy?
But now listen, that's not all. In Seattle, their fans get to eat toasted grasshoppers.
Okay, now they have lost their mind.
With chili, lime, seasoning. It's a favorite
I don't care
crunch.
what. They're stupid.
It's a favorite crunch for the Mariners fans. I kid you not.
Wow. Bunch of grasshopper eating fools.
All right, now let me get...
That's crazy.
If I get time to tell you more about Ted Williams, I'm going to, but right now, Ted Williams said, baseball is the only field of endeavor where a man can succeed 3 times out of 10 and still be considered a success.
It's a good way of looking at it.
If you get 3 hits out of 10 times to the plate, you've batted 333.
Yeah.
Or 335. I don't know, somewhere.
That's a good way to look at it.
The highest payout for a baseball card. Did you ever save baseball cards?
Save some, yeah.
I can remember doing that. The most money ever paid for one was paid this month. No.
How much was it?
No, last month.
Okay.
$99,100 paid for
$99,000.
Derek Jeter.
Gosh.
Derek Jeter. He's not an old player by any means, just recently retired.
He was a big star for the Atlanta Braves for a long time.
Derek Jeter.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking of? David Justice.
David Justice.
Derek Jeter, yes. I know what you're talking about now, yeah.
$99,100 for one baseball baseball card.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, have you ever heard the song at the 7th inning stretch?
Take me out to the ball. Yeah.
Okay, now listen.
Harry Carey used to sing it for
Harry
the Cubs.
Carey would, or if he had a celebrity in the stands, he would get them up there to lead the singing.
Yes.
All right, he did that for probably 30 or 40 years.
Oh yeah, I bet I did.
But listen, the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" was written and the music by two men that had never been to a ball game. Their names:
That's odd.
Jack Norworth and Albert Von Tilzer.
Albert
Von Tilzer. They wrote the words and the music to that song. Okay.
But never been to a ball game, but yet they can write about a ball game. That's strange.
And in the ball game, they say, "Buy me some peanuts
I can't remember
and
what I
Cracker
said.
Jacks." The one thing they pushed in that song was Cracker Jacks.
How come?
I don't know why. They wrote the song, but 32 years later, one of them went to a ball game. And the other one went 20 years later.
That story is just strange. That's just strange, yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
You'd think it'd been written by somebody that had experienced a ball game.
That had been to a bunch of them.
Yes. So that's shocking right there, actually.
Do you remember Hank Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I know who he is. Yes, he was back in the day, a long time ago.
All right, he
played for the Atlanta Braves.
He hit 755 home runs in his career.
And they call him Homer Hank.
Hammering Hank.
Hammering Hank. That's right.
He and his brother together hit 768 home runs. He hit
his brother wasn't too shabby.
His brother just got 13.
Wait a minute. Yeah. I just thought about that. No,
they hit more than any other brother team.
Well, yeah, but Hank hit them all. The brother just hit 13.
Tommy just got 13. The best baseball movies.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. I like it, but you know it came in 4th? No, it came in last, 5.
Well, I mean, okay, so we're talking about the top 5.
Yeah, 42. You remember what 42 was about?
No.
Jackie Robinson.
Oh, okay.
It was made right over here at Chattanooga.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was filmed over there.
The Lookouts Field was renovated to make that movie 42. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that, no.
And I've got the book.
I need to watch that movie.
See, that was his number, 42.
Mm-hmm.
A League of Their Own was one of the...
Okay, I remember that one.
Moneyball. Oh. The Rookie. I remember reading the book about the...
Yes.
Okay, every baseball has 108 stitches.
Okay. Didn't know that either.
88 stitches of wax thread is used to stitch each ball. Number of stitches, but 88 inches of stitches. Okay, I got one more.
Okay.
Did you know that baseball's first umpires wore top hats and coattails and tails?
No. I bet they look stupid. Can you imagine how dumb they look?
And do you know that the home team wears white?
Yes.
And the visiting team wears gray?
Yeah, well, that's in every sport. Nearly.
It says here the reason that they had to start wearing gray.
Yeah, could be any color but white.
They didn't have time to do the laundry.
That's pretty good right there.
I like that one. Okay. The Miss America fiasco that's been going on. You remember they decided to do away with the swimsuit competition?
Oh, yeah, shame on them.
All right.
Why do you take the best part away from it? Come on.
Former Miss America winners and state pageant officials are split over the leadership and direction of the organization. That's been going on since a scandal led to the resignations of the top official and trustee board. So the press of Atlantic City reported Saturday that representatives from 22 state pageants have signed a petition calling for the resignations of the new Miss America board, including Gretchen Carlson. She was a winner, you know. She's big in this idea of doing away with the swimsuit.
She is.
But these 22 state pageants want her. They want her gone, and the president and the CEO Regina Hooper gone. And they say we have no confidence in the people who are responsible for this.
Because they took the swimsuit competition away.
In another letter,
have they lost their sanity?
30 more Miss Americas, former Miss Americas, told the Associated Press that they fully support Carlson and the board members. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
I'm interested to see how that plays out.
In 1940,
that's going to be interesting there.
In 1940, the President of the United States, Mr. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, arrived in Chattanooga. 1940. He was there to make a speech at Chickamauga Dam. Chickamauga Dam.
We've talked about this a little bit on here before, a long time ago.
What he said in his speech was that the TVA was created by him. And he said these man-made lakes, by building these dams down the Tennessee River, had given the South the answer to the Great Lakes in the North. He said this is going to help the South recreationally too.
That's true. I never thought about that.
So the Chickamauga Dam began in 1933 when they passed the TVA Act. And they filled the reservoir on January the 15th, 1940. That's when they started building it. It was finished in 1941.
Well, what did you say about 1933 then?
That was when the TVA created it was created in 1933. Okay, downstream after you pass the Chickamauga Dam, you've got Nickajack.
Yes.
Gunnersville, Wheeler, Wilson, Pickwick, and Kentucky dams before the Tennessee River empties into the Ohio River. And then after it empties into the Ohio River, it empties into the Mississippi River. And that's when it goes to the ocean.
Then to the ocean,
right now the Army Corps of Engineers is working on a new lock for Chickamauga Dam.
That's good.
The old one cost $42 million.
Well, that's not good.
Back in the 30s, but now listen.
Gosh, can you imagine what it's going to cost now?
$850 million.
Goodness.
$850 million.
I knew it would be a huge difference. I didn't know it was going to be that big of a difference, so that's huge.
We talked a little bit about how McDonald's was doing away in Britain with straws and some of the plastics. Starbucks.
And this is a good thing.
Well, Starbucks is in Seattle, and they're big. They're big.
Yes.
And they've made a decision within 2 years to try to eliminate all their plastic products. The lids and the straws and everything, they're going to be using biodegradable.
Why can't every place just do that, and that would solve a huge part of the problem?
Here's part of the issue. With all these companies utilizing plastic the way they do, it's plastic bags, plastic bottles, plastic straws, plastic lids, it's everything. And that's what I read to you here a while back, that in the ocean, in a few more years, you're going to have half as much plastic as you do marine life, pound-wise.
Right,
but if enough,
that's terrible.
If enough companies see the plight, they can alter that. Okay, but here's the thing.
I think they will, or I hope they do.
Lack of available materials. Who do you order from to get a substitute material? There's got to be a movement underway by some entrepreneur somewhere to come up with
I hope so.
that ingredient that they're talking about making paper harder some way to make it usable. But that's a lot of the
Really?
It takes time to get the stream flowing where you need it to be.
Exactly. They're not going to be able to come up with a solution overnight.
Now, July the 15th.
But they do need to come up with a solution, though.
It's evident.
Yeah.
Who would want half the weight of the marine life in the ocean to be matched by plastic?
No, nobody. I would hope not.
Your ice cream a minute ago seemed to be very delicious to you.
It was.
On July the 15th.
Rocky Road.
Back in 1984. The President of the United States, his name was Ronald Reagan, and he made July the 15th National Ice Cream Day.
No way.
And Laureen Harris wrote and said, "As you wish, Mr. President." He said, "Do everything you can to make this a special day. Eat plenty of it."
What about that? So we got us a National Ice Cream Day.
Now I want to read
and it's on July the 15th, right?
I want to read something to you about Ted Williams.
Okay. Great baseball player.
Great baseball player.
What team did he play for?
Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
He was a rookie in 1939. When did World War II start? 41.
Okay. I was about to say, no, this ain't trivia. Just feel free to tell me.
But he became a baseball player in 1939. The war started in 41. He batted 327, had 31 home runs and 145 RBIs in his first year. And in 19 seasons, his average at the end of 19 years was 344. That was his average. Right now, the average is probably 234 in the major leagues for every player. I ain't lying. All right. His career was shortened by 2 stints in the military. He was in World War II,
That's what I was
in the
going to
Marines,
ask you.
and he was in Korean War.
So he, just after 2 years, he had to go off to war. How many seasons?
In his heyday. Then he played 19. He played 19 years.
So he missed those several years.
We don't know how many years he was out of the line of duty. Okay, but here's what he said.
Between 5 and 10 years.
At least. Here's what he said his desire was.
Okay.
I want people to say of me, there goes the greatest hitter to play the game. The Ted Williams shift was implemented by a manager to offset his ability to hit the ball.
Yes.
I told you, he was left-handed hitter.
Yes.
They just swung the third baseman around the shortstop around the second base, and the second baseman around between first and second.
Yeah.
And they moved the left fielder over to center field. They just concentrated on right field. And he still batted 344.
Right. So the Ted Williams shuffle wasn't as effective as they had hoped.
Didn't bother him. Okay. He quit playing in 60. He hit a home run the last time he was at bat.
Well, what a way to end your career.
He hangs upside down indefinitely in the Alcor Life Extension Foundation facility in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, we got to go to jokes, but I got to hear that again. He hangs upside down
in a facility in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay.
It's called Alcor Life Extension Foundation.
Well, I don't even know what to say to that one.
Well, I read that. I read that about Ted Williams a minute ago, and I thought, well, what about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear some good jokes, Papa.
Coming up. A guy goes to a new doctor. After 2 visits and exhaustive tests, the doctor says, you're doing fairly well for your age.
Right.
And the man's a bit worried by that, and he said, well, do you think I'll live to be 80? The doctor says, well, do you smoke or drink wine or beer? Or wine or beer?
Uh-huh.
No, nothing like that, and I don't do drugs either. The man, the doctor said, well, okay, do you eat ribeye steak or barbecued ribs? No, my previous doctor told me that all red meat was unhealthy. The doctor said, well, that's good. Do you spend a lot of time in the sun, like playing golf or sailing or hiking or riding bikes? The man said, no, nothing like that. The doctor said, well, do you gamble, drive fast cars, or have a lot of sex? The man says, no, nothing like that, doc.
What does this man do?
Then the doctor said, well, why do you even care if you live to be 80?
Amen to that. He lives a very boring life.
I think he needs a new doctor. On a drive in the country, a city slicker noticed a farmer lifting up a pig at an apple tree and holding the pig there.
Right.
As it ate one apple after another.
I'm sure.
And the city slicker said, he stopped. He said, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but if you just shook the tree so the apples fell on the ground, wouldn't it save a lot of time?
You would think so.
Said the farmer. What does it matter to a pig about time?
He so didn't get it, did he?
I think we got a dumb farmer on our hands.
I think we have a very dumb farmer on our hands.
Now listen to this one. This really made sense. This got my attention the first time I read it.
Okay.
A truck driver stopped at a roadside diner one day to grab some lunch.
Okay.
What does a truck driver drive?
18-wheeler.
18-wheeler. Semi.
Yeah.
So he ordered a cheeseburger, a coffee, and a slice of apple pie.
Sounds about right, I guess.
Just as he was about to eat them, in walked three big, hairy bikers.
Uh-oh.
The first biker walked by and grabbed the trucker's cheeseburger and took a big bite from it. The second biker picked up the trucker's coffee and downed it in one gulp.
Dang.
The third biker grabbed the apple pie and ate it all. The truck driver...
That's just not even right.
The truck driver didn't say a word or do anything all the time they were doing this.
Not a word.
Not a word. When they finished, he just paid the waitress for his meal and left.
Even though he didn't get to eat his meal.
The first biker said to the waitress, he ain't much of a man, is he? And she said, he's not much of a driver either. He just backed over he took an 18-wheeler and backed over 3 motorcycles out there.
There you go. That's the way to do it. He got them back good. Let's hear a couple more.
All right.
That was a good one. I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah. He got some good revenge on him.
You don't like golf, but listen to this.
I didn't say I didn't like golf. Just not my favorite sport.
Okay. Off the 7th tee, Joe sliced his shot deep into a wooded ravine.
Okay.
He took his 8-iron. I don't know the difference in 7-iron and 8-iron, but I know you've got wedges, you've got drivers, you've got irons.
Yeah.
And may have other things too. I don't know. I don't play golf.
Right.
But he took his 8-iron and clambered down the embankment in search of his lost ball. After many long minutes of hacking at the underbrush, he spotted something glistening in the leaves. But as he drew nearer, he discovered that it was an 8-iron, which is what he had, in the hands of a skeleton. And he immediately
That'd freak him out for sure.
He immediately called back up to his friend. Hey, Jack, I've got trouble down here. What's the matter? Jack asked from up above. Bring me my wedge. You can't get out here with an 8-iron.
He thinks that skeleton is the last person that tried to get out of there.
So he don't want to use that 8-iron.
Yeah. I like that one.
Okay.
You got another one for us?
Yeah. When I look at chocolate, I hear two voices in my head.
Yeah.
The first one says, you need to eat that chocolate.
Because it's really, really good.
The other voice says, you heard, eat that chocolate.
Oh. I thought you was going to say something else. That's pretty good.
This is the last one.
Okay, one more.
Why shouldn't you tell a secret on a farm?
Why shouldn't you tell a secret on a farm? I have no idea.
Because potatoes have eyes and ears have corn has ears.
There you go. I like that one. Potatoes has eyes, corn has ears. That's pretty good. All those were good, Papa.
Pretty good today.
And thanks for listening to us today, folks, on WUAT Radio. And thanks for watching us on Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube. You can always go to Valley TV's YouTube channel and watch every episode of the Albert and Billy Show, or go to our Facebook page or my Facebook page, and we'll have new episodes posted for you there.
Good deal.
Yeah. So until next week, so long, folks. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.